So hello and namaste from Mumbai. I'm Dr. Gaurang, and I'm going to talk to you today about a very important topic, a topic that many people ask in today's time to talk about, and something which is of a very important kind of area of work, especially in the West, but now gradually it's picking up in India also. And the topic is burnout. A large percentage of people are undergoing burnouts. The life today, the lifestyle today, the food habits, the sleep patterns, the targets, the corporate culture makes burnout one of the commonest things that men and women are going through. So we'll talk today about burnout. We'll talk about what is burnout. We'll also talk about homeopathic strategies in burnout. So that's the idea. Okay. All right. So here we go. First, let's try to understand what is burnout. Typically, burnout in the past decades was just called as stress, too much stress. But now the WHO is able to actually point out that burnout is an occupational phenomena with feelings of energy depletion, exhaustion, increased mental distance from one's job, feeling of negativism, cynicism, and reduced professional efficacy. And you won't believe, in the last 5 to 8 years, the percentage of patients who are coming out with their experience of burnout and then developing hormonal disorders, autoimmune disorders has increased a lot. And that's why I felt that we should talk about it as homeopaths more and more, because homeopathy has a absolutely incredible kind of healing potential in burnouts. So burnout may be a result of unrelenting stress. And what are the commonest kind of symptoms? Commonest symptoms are always feeling of tired, a lot of mood swings, more anxiety, no motivation, poor work performance, physical ailments like insomnia, migraines, dizziness, fainting. But I'm going to add a few more things. A lot of muscle pains, body ache, and that burnout can come along with fibromyalgia. Yeah. Too many thoughts, too many ideas, but unable to do anything. And very often, and I've seen this, after burnout is when there is a kind of just some physical symptom, but then the pathologies develop. And that's why it's important that we treat burnout at that stage. Burnout can be led due to so many things, stress, responsibilities, lifestyle, personality traits, lack of support, lifestyle, so many things. I mean, but what is the homeopathic approach? Homeopathy acts at a deeper level. Yeah. This is the first thing, that homeopathy acts at the root cause of the disease. How do we do that? We do that with a lot of in-depth case taking. We go at a deeper level. We go in depth. We try to find a deeper core remedy that actually is tailor-made for the person's deepest state after studying the entire history of the person. And the first idea is to find an individual remedy for the patient. So the best homeopathic remedy for burnout is the remedy for the person. However, I'm going to do a little differential diagnosis for homeopathic remedies for burnout. Okay. This talk is essentially for homeopaths. One of the biggest group of remedies that you will see is the acid group, right? And we know that we have many acids in homeopathy, right? Phosphoric acid, muriatic acid are the most well-known ones. Picric acid. I just today had a very interesting case of picric acid in a very young girl who's undergoing a lot of stress and burnout because she's studying for her board exams. And she's gradually healing with picric acid. So what is the idea of acid? The main idea of acid is too much activity, too many things, and then collapse. This is the main state of acid remedies. One of the biggest remedies is phosphoric acid. It's one of the most well-known polycrest remedy in homeopathy. And Master Hahnemann has written beautifully about it. Provings have been done. But the main thing that you will see with phosphoric acid is a more emotional cause. Someone dies, there is grief, there is a history of missing someone, missing your home, missing your mother, missing your partner, missing your boyfriend, missing your husband, and the feeling of a lot of grief within, causing a emotional emptiness, then later on causing a state of indifference, causing a lot of fibromyalgia, a lot of exhaustion. Many of these phosphoric acid states then gradually develop a lot of metabolic disorders, diabetes, for example. So this is a very important remedy, phosphoric acid. The concomitant symptom you will often see is desire for juices and cold drinks, typically. And the other thing is that then they become very indifferent. Then they feel like, I don't want to do anything with anyone. This is typical state of phosphoric acid. The next remedy which I want to talk to you about is the remedy lactic acid. This is not a remedy we normally talk too much about. But the main symptom is that with a lot of collapse, a lot of tired feeling, they also develop a lot of muscular pain with a big appetite, and they develop a lot of acid reflux. So a lot of collapse, a lot of weakness with a lot of acid reflux, with a lot of muscular pain, and the patients may typically later on develop a lot of rheumatism. And typically this remedy is indicated more in women cases where all the state of burnout comes after pregnancy, after delivery, so much of stress, and then they develop a lot of hormonal issues, a lot of rheumatism, diabetes, fibroadenoma of the breast. It's a very interesting remedy. Yes, lactic acid. The next important remedy I want to talk to you about, which should always be compared to Nux vomica, is sulfuric acid. Is one of the biggest remedies, biggest important remedy in today's times. Because the main indication of sulfuric acid is fast, jaldi, 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 jaldi. They want to do everything very fast, like Nux vomica. But Nux vomica is very irritable, very snappish. Sulfuric acid isn't. Sulfuric acid want to do things very fast. It is one of the hurriest remedy in homeopathy. Tremendous hurry. They even talk so fast that you'll be like, whoa. And the important part is this fast. And then there is a lot of desire for stimulants, alcohol. And one of the first symptoms they develop is acid reflux. So you can see how stress, burnout is affecting the gastric mucosa. Sulfuric acid. Isn't it so interesting to learn all these different remedies? The next remedy that I want to talk to you about is nitromuriatic acid. So this remedy has a state of nitrogen and muriatic. And with this state of burnout, weakness, the liver is often affected. So these are people with a lot of weakness, exhaustion, and they would eat a lot of meat, a lot of alcohol, and they develop early cirrhosis, early liver damage. In these cases, think about nitromuriatic acid. The main feeling is in nitromuriatic is a feeling of a lot of betrayal by their partner or someone, and a feeling of suffocation and restriction. It's very interesting to study remedies this way. This is also another way of studying homeopathic materia medica. And this is the way Farrington teaches in his materia medica. So you know that I'm very influenced and inspired by Farrington. What an amazing homeopathy was. Another remedy which I use a lot now is the remedy Salol Lactic acid. In this remedy, there is so much of weakness, so much of exhaustion that it is said to be more weak than arsenic. And if you see a case where the only symptom is muscular weakness and muscular pain and no other symptom, I would start with Salol Lactic acid. One of the bowel nosure which I want to tell you for burnouts is Proteus. It's a very interesting remedy, Proteus, for burnouts. Because there is a lot of sudden collapse, sudden anger, sudden impulse. The main indication is suddenness. It reminds you of aconite and nux vomica and belladonna, this remedy, Proteus. So this is an intercurrent kind of burnout bowel nosure, Proteus. The other group of remedies which I think we should study a lot is Sarcode. Sarcodes are remedies prepared from healthy tissues. And I think that we normally don't think about Sarcodes so often. And that's why I felt that I should share some of my thoughts on Sarcodes, which we are trying to gather for the last few months and years. The main pattern of Sarcode is too much or nothing. So either there is too much activity or followed by there is just absolute collapse. And that's why Sarcodes look like acids. The first Sarcode I want to talk to you about is cortisol. The main experience of this remedy, cortisol, is very often is too much activity, too much desire for joy, too much desire for happiness, too much desire for that kind of state, and then total collapse. And these patients gradually develop autoimmune disorders. Very often they can also have autoimmune disorders already, and there is a relapse, and they have in the past taken too much of steroids, which includes cortisol. Another remedy is adrenaline. It's a remedy prepared from the adrenal tissue. And the main state of adrenaline is too much of excitement, too much of adrenaline thrill. So this is a person who wants too much of adrenaline thrill. Wow, 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 wow. I want that thrill. And then there is a collapse, and then there is a burnout. Think about adrenaline. Another remedy is dopamine. So these are many newer remedies that I'm talking about. The main experience of dopamine is too much of positivity. So you see a lot of young boys and girls and men and women, and they do a startup and very motivational, and they follow all the motivational talks every night. They are listening to, oh, okay, I have to do it. I have to do it. So too much of motivation, too much of this, and they overextend themselves, and then there is a collapse. Think about dopamine 30. So these are some ideas I wanted to share with you. Of course, thyroidinum is another remedy which is lesser known in burnout. So this is something that I wanted to talk to you today about. Holistic way of treating these cases. Along with homeopathy, certain changes in the nutrition, lifestyle, yoga together is the way out. And you can write to us, gaurang@gmail.com, if you wish to consult us, or you can visit any other really good homeopath and take appointments from them and follow up. And these are also our contact details. Our clinic is in Mumbai, in Mahim, so we can have an in-person appointment or online. Make best benefits of homeopathy. Thank you and stay well. Namaste.